Hi there, Teacher Brittany here with Circle Time and the Home CEO Academy. Do you see this beautiful flower I have here today? This was actually made by my son, so it's not a real flower. However, if it were a real flower, I bet it would smell really good. Let's go ahead and find out more about our theme of the week. Let's head over to Lexi for our welcome song. Take it away, Lexi.
Hello, welcome. This is the hello song. This is the hello song. I'm sitting on her hat. This is the hello song. It's a new day, and it's a surprise in every new corner. So I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
Let's read a poem together. This one is called Everybody Knows I Love My Nose. Go ahead and do the movements with me and we'll get moving together. Everybody knows I love my nose. Everybody knows I love my nose. I love my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my toes. But everybody knows I love my nose. Everybody knows I love my knees. Everybody knows I love my knees. I love my thighs. I love my legs. I love the sun. I love the trees. But everybody knows I love my knees. Excellent job! Hope you had fun! Welcome to Theme Shelf time. Let's go ahead and decorate for our theme of the week. Are you excited to learn about what our theme is? I think you're going to be able to guess this one. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our first clue from earlier in the day. It was our paper flower. And we had talked about this one not smelling because it's not real. But flowers typically smell so good when they are fresh from the garden. And that is our flower. You can put that one right. This one doesn't like to stand up too well. There we go. Okay. Next, I have a candle. And this one smells really good. This one's called Twigs and Berries. So it has like a berry raspberry smell. Do you like berries? I do too. And next, we have a picture, because I wasn't going to bring real trash to you guys, of trash. And do you see those squiggly lines over the trash can? That is to show that it stinks really, really bad. So squiggle lines on pictures typically mean it's stinky. So we'll put our trash can in here. And thankfully, that one doesn't smell. Next, we have soap. Now this probably doesn't look like your ordinary soap, but this is a fancy soap that I got as a gift. And it smells really good. Next, I have this. Now you're probably like, what is that? Well, it's a star, but it is perfume. Have you ever smelled perfume? Or have you ever been around someone that smells really good? Sometimes it's their perfume. And men sometimes wear cologne. It's the same thing, just for men. It has a more muskier smell, but people like to wear this so that they smell good. You just give a little spritz because you don't want to overdo it. And there is our perfume. And next we have, more squiggly lines. So this guy here is a skunk. Have you ever gone outside and just smelled a bad smell and you knew that a skunk was around? Well, not only are skunks stinky, but they can also spray you if they feel like they're in danger. So you want to make sure that you stay away from skunks when you see one, because it would not be a pretty sight. Put our little stinky skunk back there. Next, I have a donut. Not a real one, but this is our play donut. I have a donut shop right down the street from my house. And when they're making the donuts every morning, the smell wafts all the way down the road. And when I step outside, I can smell the delicious smell of donuts. Do you like donuts? They smell wonderful. So I brought along our donut. Let's set that guy right there. Okay, and next I have a sock. Now when you wear your socks all day in your shoes and they get sweaty, what happens to them? They get stinky just like your feet. So no squiggly lines here because this is a clean one. But dirty socks can smell stinky or they can actually smell good right out of the laundry, depending on when they were worn. Next, I have a pain reliever gel. Now, have you ever smelled a really strong minty or menthol smell? Sometimes people use this gel on their body to help with aches and pains, but I'm sure you don't have to worry about that yet. And this has a strong, strong smell. Some people will say it smells good, and some people don't like the smell at all. It all depends on what you like. And we have one more before we reveal our theme. This here is called essential oil. What they do is they take a lot of flowers and they break them down into an oil. So this one is lavender. They take a bunch of lavender flowers and they compound them all the way down. So what you get is a really, really nice lavender smell. Your mom might use these in a diffuser, or sometimes if you're not feeling well, eucalyptus can help. But even with the lid on, I can really smell that beautiful lavender smell. So, after all of these scents that we've talked about, do you think you have an idea of what part of our bodies our theme is this week? We smelled our flower, our donuts, our stinky skunk and trash. Well, if you said nose, you're right on the nose. Excellent work. Remember, when you're putting your theme shelf together, you can go around sniffing some things, seeing what smells good and bad, and seeing how your sense of smell actually works. I hope you had fun. I did today. Thanks so much. Welcome to our theme board. Can you remember what we've been learning about these past couple classes? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with you. Yes, all about you and me and our bodies and our senses and what they do for us. Let's go ahead and add this at the top. Now, what could we be learning about today? Something pretty fabulous. Our nose. Right here, right on the front of our face. And our nose does some pretty cool stuff for us. Let's read a few sentences and learn more. Our first one reads, sometimes things smell bad. And here we have a picture of trash, and it looks pretty stinky. And did you ever notice when you smell something really bad, you don't want to smell it for long? You try to get away from that smell because it's very unpleasant for our senses. Next, we read, sometimes things smell good. And here we have some yummy, hot, right out of the oven, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Do you love the smell of chocolate chip cookies? I know that I do. And typically, when something smells bad, it has a stinky, sometimes sulfur smell. Do you know what it smells like when you hard boil eggs? That really stinky smell? That's an unpleasant smell. And a lot of the smells that we enjoy have a sweet scent to them. So it is pretty cool to know that this we do not enjoy and this we could smell all day long. We actually have 1 trillion different scents that our nose can detect. That is a ton. Also, did you know that women have a better sense of smell than men? Isn't that interesting? Now we're going to go ahead and add our poem for the week. Everybody knows I love my nose. Thanks so much. Now let's go over to the desk with Teacher Mariah for our Wake Up warm-ups.
Wake up, warm up. Today you're going to do an experiment. And this is something that I'm going to explain how to do, but you will do after this video with your parent, caregiver, or teacher. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to wear a blindfold and plug your nose. That means hold your nose closed while you taste some different foods and guess what it was that you tasted. Now, when I say plug your nose, that means you're going to hold your nose closed, but you can still breathe out of your mouth, but you won't be able to breathe out of your nose. So after you are blindfolded and you've plugged your nose, your parent or caregiver is going to give you something good to eat, but you're going to have to guess what it is. And your parent or caregiver can decide what these are, but one example might be different flavors of jelly beans that you could try out, or 2 different kinds of yogurts, or maybe even 2 different flavors of some squeezies that you're familiar with. So what you're going to do is your parent or caregiver will write down, let's say we go with the jelly beans, and maybe she picks, or he, the grape flavored jelly bean. Well, she's going to write grape jelly bean on the recording sheet. And then with your blindfold and your plugged nose, because you haven't seen what color the jelly bean is, you're going to guess which jelly bean was it. Was it the grape? Was it the lime flavored? Or was it the bubblegum flavored? You're going to make a guess, and then your parent or caregiver will write in what your guess was. Then you're going to stop plugging your nose and you're going to try that same flavor again. So if you had tried the grape first, you would try the grape again, and then you would see if you could tell what flavor it was. Now you would continue this with you could do it with different flavors, of jelly beans, or different flavors of yogurt, or different flavors of squeezies, and see if there's any difference between your ability to tell what flavor something is if you have a blinded and plugged nose or just a blindfold on. Now the reason why we have the blindfold on is if you can just see with your eyes which flavor it is, you'll obviously be able to tell. But we're just trying to test how your nose and your sense of taste work together. Now I hope this wasn't too confusing, but if it is, don't worry, your parent or caregiver can set up this test with you, and it's going to be super fun guessing what flavors and then talking about how your nose and your sense of taste are related to each other. I hope you have a lot of fun with this warm-up.
Is everyone ready for a story? Yeah, me too. Let's go ahead and have a seat and get ready for story time with Teacher Ashley.
Today's book is Little Bunny Follows His Nose by Catherine Howard. One day after lunch, Little Bunny's mother said, "Why don't you go out and play?" "But what can I do?" asked Little Bunny. "You'll find something," said his mother. "Just follow your nose." "Follow my nose," thought Little Bunny as he went outside. "Follow my nose. Follow my nose." Hop, hop, hop. He followed his nose up a hill. Over the hill was a field full of flowers and buzzing bees. "What are you doing, Little Bunny?" buzzed his friend Bee. "I'm following my nose," said Little Bunny. "What smells so nice?" "It's the roses," buzzed Bee. "I think they have one of the nicest smells in the world. Now if you'll excuse me, I must get back to the hive to make more honey." Away he buzzed. Little Bunny leaned close to the rose and sniffed. He said. "Bee was right. It is a nice smell." Hop, hop, hop. Little Bunny followed his nose down the hill. "What are you doing, Little Bunny?" asked his friend Mouse. I'm following my nose, said Little Bunny. What are you doing? I'm picking strawberries, said Mouse. My mother is making strawberry jam. I'll help you, said Little Bunny. Together they carried the strawberries to Mouse's house. The kitchen was filled with a wonderful aroma. What smells so delicious? Asked Little Bunny. I'm making jam, said Mouse's mother. It's too hot to taste right now, but if you come here, you may smell it. Little Bunny took a big sniff of the strawberry jam. He said. It smells wonderful. Well, Little Bunny, said Mouse's mother, tomorrow when the jam is cool, I'll give you a jar of your very own. Hop, 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 Little Bunny followed his nose into the forest. What are you doing there, Little Bunny? Asked his friend Squirrel. I'm following my nose, said Little Bunny. What smells so green and foresty? It's the pine needles, said Squirrel. Little Bunny put his nose near the pine needles and sniffed. The smell reminds me of winter, he said. Hop, hop, hop. Little Bunny followed his nose across a big field to a clump of green trees. What are you doing here? Asked his friend Bird. I'm following my nose, said Little Bunny. What smells so nice? The peaches, said Bird. They are not quite ripe yet, but you can smell them. Little Bunny took a big sniff. They smell fantastic, he said. Come back next week, said Bird, and you can pick some to eat. Hop, hop, hop. Little Bunny followed his nose to a vegetable garden. What are you doing here? Asked his friend Raccoon. I'm following my nose, said Little Bunny. What are you doing here? Picking cucumbers, said Raccoon. My mother is making them into dill pickles. I'll help you, said Little Bunny. I've never tasted a dill pickle in my whole life. They carried the cucumbers to Raccoon's house. The kitchen was filled with a sharp smell. Mommy, said Raccoon, Little Bunny has never tasted a dill pickle. Then he must try one of mine, said Raccoon's mother, and she gave him one. Little Bunny sniffed the pickle. My, he said, it certainly smells good. He took a bite. And it tastes as good as it smells. Come over next week, Little Bunny, said Raccoon's mother, and I will give you a jar of freshly made pickles for your mother. It was getting late, so Little Bunny followed his nose straight home. There was a wonderful smell coming through the door. I wonder what it is, he said to himself. When he walked into the kitchen, he found out his mother had been baking cookies. He took a big sniff. Aha, he said, I smell my favorite kind of cookie, chocolate chip. After dinner, Little Bunny ate 4 chocolate chip cookies and drank 2 big glasses of milk. Then he was tired, so he took a bath, put on his pajamas, and climbed into bed. Soon his mother came to kiss him good night. Good night, Mommy, said Little Bunny. I had a wonderful time today, just following my nose. And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed Little Bunny Follows His Nose. Friends, thank you for joining me at my work table. Now remember, all activities we do at the work table need to be completed with teacher or caregiver support. Today for our directed drawing, we are doing the letter Q quail. So here's my letter Q, and then I have my 4 steps to complete to create the letter Q quail. Let's start with step 1. What's different? Do you see this curved line up here? Almost looks like a circle that's been attached to the Q with a little line here and an extra line here. So we're going to come out of the top here and curve out, down, up a little bit, and back down. Look at step 2. What's different? Do you see the little triangle coming off of the front here? Add a little triangle right here. And what's up top here? It's a curved line. So we do a curved line like that. And then we're going to come back around and back down. How about step 3? What's different? I see 2 circles to make an eye. So you can do 1 circle and then another circle inside of it. Here we go. It's starting to look more like our quail, isn't it? Okay, in step 4, I see that a line has been added on the triangle here. Add my line. And 2 feet have been added, and it looks like the feet kind of look like triangles with zigzags on the bottom. So we'll do a foot, so we'll do a triangle, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. We'll do another one, a triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4 for our zigzags. And that is our letter Q quail. So in order to make it look more like our illustration here, we would need what colors? Looks like maybe orange or brown for the feet and beak. And I don't know what this is called that's on the head of a quail. This little part that hangs off the top here. And then we have gray for the body. Okay. So that was our letter Q quail. And then we have 2 activities. This first one you'll need scissors for. I didn't cut it out ahead of time because I want to show you what it looks like on the page. And you might need some help from a grown-up to cut out these pieces. But this is a little matching game. And you have up close the noses of different animals. And there's 2 pages with the noses of several different animals. And on the next set of pages, we have the pictures of the animals from far away. So what your job is to match the picture that's up close with the picture that's far away of each animal nose. Okay? And if you make it like a matching game, you can turn them over and say, is this a match? Or you can just practice matching them to each one, however you like to do that. And then our last page is called Elephant Trunk. It says trace the numbers 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on this part, you're going to draw a line from each numbered elephant trunk to the peanut with that number word. So there are some number words over here. If you're able to read the number words, great. If you need help, ask a grown-up to help you read the word. We have the word 3. So you draw a line from this peanut to the number 3 over here. Where's the number 3? Here's the number 3. So this elephant would eat the 3 peanut. We have the word 1, 5, 2, and 4. Okay, so that was elephant trunk. We have our nifty noses matching for cards. And then our letter Q quail directed drawing. I hope you enjoy completing these activities.
Hello friends, today we have a fun craft for you to complete with the help of your teacher or a caregiver. This is a bunny nose craft. To complete this craft you will need some glue, a pom-pom, a popsicle stick, and 2 pipe cleaners. Here's what you'll do. So first, you'll take your popsicle stick and one of your pipe cleaners, and you'll take the middle of it, and you'll wrap it around like this. So you're going to wrap it around a few times, and then you're going to have it in the corner like that, off to the side. And you're going to do the same with this one, and it's going to be right here. Then you're going to take your second pipe cleaner and do the same thing, but make sure it's on the other side. It's like that. You're going to do the same with the bottom one. After that, you're going to take your glue and your pom-pom, and you're going to put a dot of glue in the middle, and then you're going to put your pom-pom on there. So I'm going to go work on my craft, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Ta-da! Here's my bunny nose craft. You can hold it up to your nose to look like a bunny. I hope you enjoyed this craft. I can't wait to see what you create. Bye! Friends, it's Play-Doh time. Today we are going to make a bunny nose using pink Play-Doh. We did it! Well done!
I had a wonderful time today with you, learning all about our nose and sense of smell. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. So remember, when you go out to do your activities and worksheets, to have tons of fun and make them all yours. And remember that we love to see your work. Feel free to send it in. From everyone here at Home CEO Academy and teacher Brittany, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.